In March, the special occasion for 15 players who will complete their sophomore season eligibility here at Arizona Western College. We honor these student athletes for their commitment to both the sport and our soccer program. These young players have met all the challenges of a two-year career in the ACC, AC, and the National Junior College Athletic Association. Please welcome our 15 sophomores to the field for their final regular season game today. Goalkeeper, Mr. Thomas of Japan, number 0, Atsuki Sato. Goalkeeper from Phoenix, Arizona, number 1, Jonathan Garcia. United Kingdom, number Young. Defender from Brazil, number 3, Caio da Silva Teixeira. Midfielder from Syracuse, Arizona, number 6, Eric Vera. Midfielder for Hogan Japan, number 7, Shoki Yoshida. Midfielder in Bucaramanga, Colombia, number 8, Camila Vergara. Forward from Kobe, number 9, Regina Kiner. Midfielder from UA, Arizona, number 10, Ernie Garcia. Midfielder from Osaka, Japan, number 11, Jin Inoue. From Albuquerque, New Mexico, number 12, Logan Allard. Midfielder from Hilda, Japan, number 13, Kira Makarama. Forward from Berlin, Germany, number 12, Louis Fortner. Defender from Mexicali, Mexico, number 27, Isaac Bettencourt. today's contest. Today's contest features the Division Pima Community College against your Arizona Western College Matadors. First, the starting lineup for Pima. Number 1, Christian Petit. Number 2, Yang Yan Yu. Number 7, Jacob Garcia. Number 21, Edgar Landera. Number 10, Ernesto Osorio.
Yeah.
Number 11, Brian Booth.
Yep.
Number 13, Nicholas Bianchi.
Yep.
Number 19, Daniel Wendell.
Yep.
Number 24, Daniel Rivas.
Yep.
Number 29, Koya Oda.
Yep.
And number 32, Victor Barrera.
Yeah.
Head coach for Pima is David Crossway. Now here's the starting lineup for Arizona Western College. Number 0, Atsuki Sato. Number 3, Kyle Chichetta. Number 6, Eric Vera. Number 7, Shoki Yoshida. Number 8, Camilo Vergara. Number 9, Nozuma Prime. Number 11, Jin Inoue. Number 20, Luis Ortner. Number 25, Nick Kalina. Number 27, Isaac Betancourt. And number 29, Nicholas Requeno. Head coach for the Matadors is Kenny Dale. Today's officials are Mark Long, Chris Jimenez, and Moshe Kaiser. At this time, will you please stand for the playing of the national anthem?
Hello and welcome to Matadors Soccer Field. This afternoon, the Matadors hosting Pima in the regular season finale. A regular season ACC title is up for grabs as the Matadors coming in with that 6-1 ACC/AC record. Pima at 6-1-2. So the Matadors will host the Region 1 Division 1 championship game on the 28th of October, taking on a Pima team that, of course, last season lost in the Division 2 national title game. The Matadors lost in the Division 1 national title game last season. So a couple of teams who finished as national runners-up going at it here this afternoon. Pima sitting 9-1-2 overall. Matadors at 10-2 have won back-to-back games, coming off a 5-0 win at Paradise Valley on Saturday. They were lucky to get that one in. The women's game was postponed, which will be made up on the 21st on Friday up in Phoenix. This Pima team, they're coming off a 1-0 overtime win against Paradise Valley a week from tonight. Their last two games have gone to overtime. They have won one and tied one. They have scored just 2 goals over the last 2 games, both in overtime. So a team that is struggling a bit offensively. Prior to that, they won back-to-back games with a combined 13 goals. So a team that can put the ball in the back of the net, averaging 3.5 goals per game. Of course, the Matadors sitting at over 4.5 goals per game this season, 3rd in the nation with their 62 goals. Matadors in their home whites here today. They honored 15 sophomores before this kickoff this evening. Another heavy sophomore-laden roster for head coach Kenny Dale, who enters his 18th season as his team ranked 11th in the nation. They're looking for a return trip to the national tournament. Pima under the direction of David Cosgrove, who's been in Tucson at Pima since 1998. 2 coaches who have led their programs for quite a while and sustained success for both of them. Last year, these 2 teams combined to win 39 games and played on the final day of their respective seasons last year. Pima to take the opening kick. They're in the road black and gray tops, orange piping and lettering and white numbers for Pima. Standing in the center circle, Nicholas Bianchi, the sophomore from Phoenix, a Division I transfer from UNLV. Kicks it back, and we are underway here this afternoon, a beautiful late afternoon in Yuma, Arizona. De Silva to Shedo trying to punt it upfield. There's Bianchi who steps in front of it, gets around to Shedo, coming in from the left side, tries to play it across. It's low on the ground and off the foot of Vergara, who knocks it out of play. It'll be an early corner for Pima, about 30 seconds in. Now, this Pima team, their only loss this season came to Mesa, a 2-1 defeat back on September 24th. A team that, coming off back-to-back overtime contests, they've played 4 of them this year. A header towards the outside of the box. Eric Vera, the San Luis product, heads it away. Long run for the ball. It's Ernesto Asorino, the sophomore transfer from Phoenix College. He's a Phoenix product. Loses it, and Techedo will play it into the midfield. Vergara plays it out wide into the back to Diaz. Isaac Betancourt tries to slip it up to the middle to Ortner, eventually finding Inoue on the far side. And Jin scored in that win against Paradise Valley at the game winner, the game's very first goal for the sophomore. Long ball up ahead. Ortner trying to chase it down. He beats the defender but had to keep it in play. Played out by the defenseman Daniel Ayler, a Tucson native. Here on the near side, Jacob Garcia being defended by Techedo. Garcia turns a corner, slide tackle by Techedo, but the ball rolls over to Victor Laredo. Long ball ahead into some space. Asorino, 8 goals and 7 assists for him this year in that midfield. Being bothered by Inoue. Kamei comes in there. Vergara steps forward, but played back. And then given right away. Yoshida dancing through the midfield with the ball. Avoiding a slide tackle. Plays it wide. Betancourt. Yoshida back to Inoue. Jin coming in from the side. He's taken down. Was it inside the box? Looks like just on the outside of the box, so a free kick just to the left of the 18. Shoki Yoshida is standing over it right now as the Matadors try to set up the set piece. Just underway here this afternoon. Big ACC-AC doubleheader. Of course, the Lady Matadors hosting Pima for the regular season ACC-AC title at 7 o'clock tonight. With the left foot, Yoshida off the post and out. Shoki tried to go for the tight angle. 3 minutes in, no score. Glad to have you along here. On this Tuesday early evening, late afternoon. Headed back by Diaz. Played into the midfield. And back in Orsorino. Plays it out wide. Intercepted by Betancourt. Isaac running it up. Into the counter. Long ball forward. Kamei waits for it. A touch. Now tries to carry it into the midfield. Is sealed off. Poked free. And Yoshida tracks it down on the near side. Keeping it in play. Shoki. One of those 15 sophomores transfer from Wilmington University. Plays catch with another sophomore to Silva Tichetto. Kyle plays it back to Nick Canina, the freshman from Birmingham, United Kingdom. Switches the field on a long pass over to Diaz. Back heeled by Kamei as Betancourt. That time running into Brian View on that far sideline. It went off Betancourt last. They're fighting for the loose ball. Ortner trying to get free, and that goes out. Going to be a throw for the Matadors. Matador Soccer and the Matador Sports Network, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving you with the best burgers in town for over 20 years, caring for education, students, and teachers. We are Burgers and Beer. Vergara gives it away. And then taken right back by Camilo. Kamei chipped on into the box. Ortner is on. He takes a shot and it's in. Lewis Ortner opens the scoring in the 5th minute. He was on sides, and Lewis Ortner with his 9th of the season. On a great chip ahead by Shoki Yoshida. A huge early goal for the Matadors. Went right beneath the sliding goalkeeper, Christian Sutton. And the Matadors strike first on Ortner's 9th of the season, the transfer from Longwood. Sophomore from Berlin, Germany. Bad touch by Sato. He's just able to get it away. Almost a mistake in the back. Sato was kind of caught in an odd position towards the edge of the 18, whether he was going to catch that ball on the fly and try to stay in the 18 or play it with a foot. And played it with his foot just outside the box. And it was almost taken away. Nice job by Jin and Ole, sealing off the defender and playing it up to Ortner on the far touchline. But Pima able to settle and control as Eiler plays it back to Christian Satin. 8th goal allowed for him this year, averaging just under a goal a game average for him. He's only allowed 2 in his last 2 games coming in. He's allowed 1 in the first 5 minutes here today. Foul called. Matador Soccer and the Matador Sports Network, brought to you by Coco Pow. Let the good times roll every weekend at the Coco Pow Wild River Family Entertainment Center with a Cosmic Family Pack. At 1 hour bowling, 6 pairs of shoes, 6 limited soft drinks, your choice of 1 large pizza or 12 wings. Do the whole family with food and fun for just $50. See CocoPowWildRiver.com for more info. Long ball played ahead. And That's headed out by De Silva Techetto, who was fighting with Jacob Garcia, the sophomore midfielder from Green Valley, Arizona, who was making his third start of the season. 3 goals this year, 2 of them coming in a 8-0 win over Chandler Gilbert back on October 1st. Natsuki Sato has been the man between the sticks this year for the Matadors in his sophomore season. Split time last year, but he's been the guy. For head coach Kenny Dale this year, we'll try to play it up to Inoue on the far sideline. Jin fighting off Dong Young Yu, and it's going to go out for a Matadors throw. The sophomore defender from Seoul, South Korea, was able to disrupt Inoue. Yu has played in every game and started 3. It's his first start since September 13th in a game against South Mountain. De Silva Techetto not going to get there. It's out for a throw for Pima. Back to the keeper, Christian Sutton, who is from Turin, Italy. Played through. Kamei tried to go wide, but is deflected nicely by the defenseman Yu. Garcia battling to try to get it out of that Pima area. That's cleared out to the midfielder Rendon. Stepping in front of the pass and intercepting it is Betancourt. Plays it up to Inoue. Jin from Osaka, Japan. Lost it in the midfield. Garcia steps over it. Tries to get past Vergara unsuccessfully. Turning the other way, Kamei, but he's going to wait for help, and Nozomu will clear it back. Diaz to Kanina, and they come all the way near side on the sideline to De Silva Techetto. Yoshida back to Techetto, and now Vergara playing it up. He'll go back to Diaz, the freshman defender, into some space looking for an outlet. And he goes to Betancourt on the far side. Matadors leading 1-0 on the 5th minute goal from Louis Ortner. His 9th tally of the season. Garcia taps it ahead. Bianchi back to Garcia into some space. Takes a shot and he ties it. Going to the back post. Jacob Garcia scores it. And we're tied at 1. Garcia's 4th of the season. It comes here in the 9th minute. Coming from the near side of the box and firing it past Sao into the back post and in. So 2 goals in this game in the first 10 minutes. Matadors trying to get upfield quickly. It's out for a Matadors throw. So 4th of the season for Garcia. He had 6 last year as a freshman. Ball is placed on the far side for a free kick for the Matadors. Isaac Betancourt standing over the ball. Tried to put it in the 18, but it's punched away by Yu. Long run for Vergara. Plays it all the way back. Sato punching it back upfield. And Yu heads it towards the center. Vera tries to head it back. Laredo. And that's going to be off the official. free kick coming for Pima. Ball played up ahead, Osorino. Backing it towards the touchline. Vera tried to step forward on him, and Osorino goes the other way. Trying to come in from the far side, and then coming over a nice slide tackle for Teixeira. Ernesto Osorino did not score in that win against Paradise Valley that snapped a 3-game scoring streak for him. Ball played forward, Ortner going wide, and then Yu was able to get a slide tackle in and thwart the progress made on the counterattack for the Matadors. Isaac Betancourt eyes upfield, plays it to an Owe. Jin over to Ortner, touching it back, and Owe trying to win a foot race on that sideline, and it's kicked out for a corner for the Matadors, the first of the afternoon. I mentioned Osorino, a transfer from Phoenix. There are 2 players on this Pima roster who played last season for Phoenix. A couple of transfers on their roster as well, just like the Matadors have a number of transfers. Edgar Landeros Ornelas, a sophomore defender, also played at Phoenix last year for the Bears. Heading an hour south to Tucson for their sophomore season. Headed back in, it's Nick Canina! Matadors back in front, it's 2-1. In the 12th minute.
Go, Nick Canina.
Back and forth we go here this evening. Nick Canina off a header on a ball that was headed by Kamei off the corner. Canina's 3rd of the season. 2-1 with 32 minutes to play in this first half. Just over the top of the outstretched arms of Satin, the goalkeeper. And into the roof of the goal. So a set-piece goal for the Matadors. And Azomo Kamei is taken down hard. This one might bring a booking. Daniel Ehler. No booking, just a stern talking to by the referee. Jacob Garcia kicked the ball back. The referee having a talk with the Silva Teixeira here on this near sideline. De Silva Teixeira, the experienced defenseman, sophomore from Brazil, came to Arizona Western after spending last season at the University of Northwestern Ohio. Boots a ball into the 18, punched away by Satine, the keeper. Long run by Garcia. He's able to keep it in, but taken away by Yoshida. Kamei just outside the 18, trying to play it back. No one was there, and Garcia will punch it upfield. Sereno being chased by Vera, splits it wide. Brian View into the midfield. Bianchi tries to turn a corner. He lost possession, and Betancourt plays it back up to an Owe into the midfield. And Owe being bothered, and it's going to be a foul on Bianchi on the far side. You know, Jin and Owe has started 6 of the last 7 games. Of course, remember, as a freshman last year, he played in 21 games, all off the bench. He's been inserted into Kenny Dale's starting 11 here over the last month and a half. Get to late September, your starting 11 starts to take form a little more. It was trial and error early on, with as many transfers and newcomers on this roster coming into the season for head coach Kenny Dale. After last year's successful season, and over 12 moving on to the next level. There was some growing pains this season. A foul on Vergara in the midfield. The Matadors will be hosting the Region 1 title game against Yavapai coming up on the 28th of October, a Friday night, 4:30 start time here at Matador Soccer Field. Headed on towards the near post and out. Yes, it was a last touched by Arizona Western, so it'll be a corner for Pima. Now their chance with a set piece. Matadors leading 2-1, 28 minutes to go in the first half. Serino will do the honors of the corner. The outswinger. His right-footed line drive of the 18, headed away by Inoue, and then cleared by Vergara up to Yoshida. Plays it to Ortner. Lewis with some pace. Plays it cross field. Finds Inoue. Jin from the right side, just outside the 18. Dribbling with the left. Crossing over. Takes a shot with the left. Just wide of the post. The Matadors were inches away from capitalizing on the counter. Jin Inoue almost with his third of the year and second in the last 4 days. That's played all the way back up to Satine, the goalkeeper. Vu. Serino. A run into the 18. Cross. Left-footed shot is in. It's Bianchi who ties the game up. Bianchi with his 14th of the season. And we are tied at 2 in the 18th minute. Left-footed shot on a cross in the center of the 18. Inoue playing it back, now punch forward. This Pima team has matched their goal total from the last 2 games. Has 2 goals in the last 2 contests, a 1-1 draw and a 1-0 win. Eller playing it near side. This is Lorenzo Nicola, Peoria, Arizona product. Canina hits it back to Shadow. Long ball forward. It's going to just dribble all the way back towards the corner. Matador Soccer on the Matador Sports Network is brought to you by Chapman Automotive. Make sure to visit our friends Chapman Automotive for the best in sales and service. Check out their convenient locations in Arizona and Las Vegas, or make it even easier on yourself by shopping their entire inventory online at chapmanaz.com. 2-2 our score, 25 minutes to go in the first half. foul is called on Vergara as he was fighting with Acerino on the near sideline. Betancourt stepped in front of that outlet. Eventually played forward. Backheeled. Headed on by Bianchi, but right into the foot of Diaz. Nowhere to go. Circles it back to Inoue, who's able to get it upfield. It's out off of Pima. A throw coming. For the Matadors. Here in this 2-2 game with 24 minutes to play in the first half. So it's a free kick instead. They did rule the foul on the tackle for Inoue. Right-footed shot, Kamei skips into the outstretched arms of Satine, the keeper. Keeps this game knotted up at 2. I mentioned Pima last season winning, I should say losing in the national title game. I say winning the national title game. They lost the year before. So that is out. So you've got a Pima program here. The men won it last year. The women lost in the national title game. And interesting to note in that national title win for Pima, they defeated CCBC Essex in penalties. And on that CCBC Essex team was current Matador Tekaro Murakawa, who played in 2 national title games at CCBC Essex. He lost to Southeastern Iowa his freshman year, and then last year in his COVID season, falling to these Pima Aztecs, who went 18-1. Yoshida plays it near side to Sheto. He'll set it the cross into the 18. No one on the other end of it. Now headed on as it was misplayed. Nozomu Kamei comes close again. Not sure what happened in the back line. It looked like Landeros Ornelas went to head the ball and it bounced right over him. And Kamei snuck in there and had a chance. Couldn't get enough on that header. That's played back. Sato. Long ball ahead. And that is out for a throw. But first, they want to break. 21-38 to play in the first half. We're tied at 2. Back after this on the Matador Sports Network. 2-2 the score, 21 and a half minutes to play here in the first half. Matador Soccer and the Matador Sports Network is brought to you by Yuma International Airport. Yuma International Airport wants you to have the best travel experience. Enjoy the calm, relaxing atmosphere and let your local airport family take care of you with quick TSA lines, convenient direct flights to Phoenix and Dallas, Fort Worth with American Airlines. Let your adventure begin with Yuma International Airport. Fly local, fly Yuma. In this great matchup here today, it's been all offense. You've got the defending Division II national champions against the Division I runners-up from last year. The Matadors. Speaking of the connection between Pima and one of the Matadors, Tekuro Murakawa. Murakawa has checked into the game for the first time. You know, he would like a win against Pima. Last year's heartbreaking loss and penalties to Pima national championship game. In his time at Community College, Baltimore County at Essex. 2 seasons there. 2 losses in the national title game. Terry Makadicha is in. Boy, has he been impactful in his first season in Yuma. 9 goals for him. He scored twice in that win against Paradise Valley over the weekend on that rainy Saturday afternoon in Phoenix. Long ball forward, trying to sneak in is Ernie Garza, but he can't get a piece of it. It's picked up by Satine, the keeper, and played wide. And Pima brings it up. From the right side, attempt into the box by Brian View is out for a goal kick. Peter Yarrow is in as well. Headed back towards the midfield. Paulo Grizzetti. Defender fell down. He's got some pace. He'll give it out wide to Garza, the former Kofa King. Ernie puts it into the 18. Knocked away. Garza will have another chance at it. He'll chase it down towards the corner of the box. Into Grizzetti. And it's knocked away and punched out towards the midfield. Diaz. Campbell Young back to Deschetto. Campbell Young into the game. 4 assists for him. He started the last 3 games coming off the bench as a substitute here this evening. And a foul is called against Pima. It's going to be against Asorino on a tackle in the midfield. Grizzetti. Murakawa finds Makaricha. Terry gets bumped off. Grizzetti can't get to it in the middle of the box. Played out wide. Yarrow will let that go out of play. Matadors once again providing some pressure outside of the water break. 18:42 to play in the first 2-2 game. Yarrow turned away. Peter goes back to Makaricha, who puts a prayer into the box on the other end. It's headed away by Dong Young Yu, the defender. Played wide by Rondon. Garcia, who scored the first goal for Pima, misplayed on a poor touch by Asorino, and Garza runs it wide into Pima's half. Ernie tries to get an edge around the defender. He can't. It's kicked out for a throw near the corner flag. Deschetto Tried to go back into the 18. No one was there. It's headed back to the keeper. Looked like he was going to try to take a chance on goal. He scored one at Yavapai, a little bit closer in than that, but outside the 18. I decided not to take that attempt. And taken away. Nick Canita, though, looking for someone to go to, but Garza is down. And now a foul called against Grizzetti. Garza was struggling to his feet. He says he's okay now. So Ernie will stay in. And that goes out for a goal kick, and Atsuki Sato wasting no time. 2-2 game, 16:23 to play in the first half. Seems to have traded goals. Matadors opened the scoring in the 5th minute. Pima answered in the 9th. Nick Canina gave the Matadors lead back in the 12th, and then it was a leading goal scorer, Nicholas Bianchi, with his 14th of the year, that tied this thing up in the 18th minute. Collision in the midfield. And a foul is called against De Silva Techedo. Bianchi turns a corner, gets into the 18. Right-footed shot is wide. Did it take a touch? It did. It's going to be a corner. Well, Bianchi has twice turned a corner on a Matador defender outside the box and made a run on goal. This one going wide as he tried to find the back post. So a corner coming for Acerino. Terry Makadicha flicks it back. Yarrow trying to get it back up to Terry. He's going to win the foot race. Yarrow with it now, trying to keep it in, and it's out. Nice play made by Cindy Evans. Athletic administrative assistant sitting just off to our right. Serino. Lorenzo Nicola has played in 38 career games, of course, using his COVID season from Peoria, Arizona. Garza plays it back. Ball forward, tried to find Bernie, but a bit too strong. Matador Soccer on the Matador Sports Network is brought to you by Spring Hill Suites by Marriott Yuma. Little extra, little less ordinary. Book your stay at Spring Hill Suites Yuma by visiting MarriottYumaHotels.com. Substitution for Pima. Declan Mullane is in, a freshman midfielder from Sheffield, United Kingdom. Started the 1-0 win against Paradise Valley, his only start of the year. A week ago tonight. Not played in 7 days. Of course, our women played Cochise over the weekend. It was a 4-0 win for the Aztecs women's soccer team, the defending D2 national runners-up. And we'll see coming up in the nightcap for this doubleheader. Bianchi, got to keep an eye on him. Being wrestled towards the top of the 18. Coming around the corner, right-footed shot goes wide again. This time it was Brian View who flirted with a goal. It was deflected again. Another corner coming for Pima. 12:30 to play in the first half. 2-2 the score. I remind you, volleyball is home Friday. 7 o'clock start time. Final regular season home game of the year against Mesa. Sophomore night. 6 sophomores for volleyball will be honored on Friday at the House Gymnasium. Mark your calendars. They're coming out for that one. De Silva to Shadow. Grizzetti flicks it back. Ball played ahead. De Silva to Shadow. Can't get there. Nicola under pressure boots it downfield. Norcala comes in from behind, heads it back into the Pima half. But there's Landeros Ornelas. He lost it. Yarrow. Paulo Grizzetti looking for somewhere to go. He'll flip it up ahead. Peter Yarrow from the right side. Coming in. Now takes it wide. Sends it low into the box. Cleared away. Jacob Garcia, who's got a goal today so far, plays it up to the midfield to Rendon. Out wide. Brian View, he's from Tucson. They start every game. 4 goals in the first 5 games of the season for View, the winger. Ginanoe. Diaz. Lost. View into some space. A lot of running room, but he kicks it away. Garza down the touchline. It's out. And I'm going to say out off of Pima. Substitution for both teams. Minutes to play in the half. Matadors and Aztecs knotted 2 goals apiece. This has been a good one to kick off a major doubleheader of soccer here this evening. You've got a conference in the ACCAC that has a Division I team ranked in each men's and women's. Of course, that is the Matadors. And then each side with 4 in the D2 rankings. You look no further than last year. You had 3 ACCAC teams playing in national title games in soccer. Pima, who won the Division II. The Pima women who lost in the Division II, and the Matadors who fell to Iowa Western in the Division I national title game for men. Strong soccer region that has some very good teams. You're seeing 2 of them here tonight on the men's side. We thought maybe it'd be a little more defensive, but right now 2 very good offenses showcasing themselves. Some good goal scorers on both these squads. Rendon plays into the midfield. To Shadow, able to wrestle it away from Garcia. Nakadicha steps behind the defender, trying to outrun Rendon. Plays it out to Yarrow. Peter coming in from the right side. Just on the edge of the 18. Leaves it for Nakadicha. And that'll go out for a goal kick. There was some miscommunication. 2-2 the score. 8:30 to play in the first half. Substitution for the Matadors. Sprinting on is Lucas Pomon. The freshman midfielder from France. Lucas. A goal and 5 assists this season. Pressed into action right away. Plays it up to Kanina, and it's off of Nick and out for a throw as that went deflecting over the stands just behind us. And again sending it out is De Silva Techetto, setting that one over our tent. Just next to the entryway to Matador Soccer Field. It's a beautiful facility, completed in 2013. A great view across the field for fans of the Gila Mountains, just beyond the bench. And a collision down towards the corner, and foul is called against Denoe. A free kick coming near the corner flag. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Looks like it'll be Garcia to take this corner. Scored his 4th goal of the season back in the 9th minute. That time tying this game at 1. Too shy of his career high last year of 6 goals. He'll take this one with the left foot. Goes all the way through. Damone plays it back to De Silva Techetto. Kept close by Pima. Played out wide. Arakawa heads it in. Now plays it back out after it was deflected and turned away. Makaricha slowing it up. Now turning it back towards the midfield. Leaves it off for Paulo Grizzetti. Ernie Garza out wide. A Yuma, Arizona native. Being bothered down there and tried to go through the legs of Jean Young Wong, but it's taken away. Now the Matadors get it back. Wong into the game for the first time. He's a freshman midfielder from South Korea. Bicycle kick. Makaricha goes wide. Oh, Terry tried it. Frustrated with himself as he hits the grass on his way back up. 5:15 to play in the first half. We're still tied at 2. Damone. Grizzetti plays it back, but a poor touch, and it's taken away. There's Techetto stepping up, denying the counterattack. Damone trying to sneak it through to Grizzetti. It's intercepted by Nicola. Back into the midfield. Serino. Playing it out wide. A shot into the side of the goal that was taken by Aiden Oliver, a freshman midfielder from Phoenix. He had an assist in that win against Paradise Valley, his first assist since September 10th when they defeated Gateway. Long ball forward. Kanina can't get to it. Sato steps up and intercepts it from getting on the foot of Bianchi, who's a threat. He's already had 1 goal tonight. Young Yu able to win the header. Serino plays it right into the foot of Inoue as he fell to the turf. Grizzetti trying to get up that touchline. It's out for a throw. Ernie Garza will take the throw. 3:20 to play first half. 2-2 the score. It's turning into a very nice, little breezy evening here in the southwest corner of Arizona. But fall is finally starting to make its arrival here in the desert southwest. Cool mornings, warm during the day, and cooler evenings. And we get a foul called in the midfield and an injury for Pima. Yeah, they're going to get Lucas Pomone on the foul. Got tangled up with Lorenzo Nicola. His third year in Pima Aztec shirt. Played in a couple of national title games. They lost 2 years ago in the national title game to Southeastern Iowa. In Wichita. A scramble at the top of the 18. Ball hit the shoulder. The Matadors were appealing for a handball. Coming over is Pomone. He pokes it away from Taki Yamada, the transfer from Muskegon Community College in Michigan. Number of transfers on this roster, just like the Matadors. Garza trying to beat you to the ball, and he does. Trying to get up the sideline. It's out for a Matadors throw. Under a minute to play first half. 2-2 to score. Satine will waste some time here before he plays it out wide to you. Up ahead. Touched by Yamada. Turns inward, back into the midfield. Coming over Gazzetti, got a piece of it. Put forward by Milani. And Inoue steps in front of that attack. Jin plays it up long, 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Back into the midfield, Gazzetti can't get there. And a little bit of a trip, no call. Gazzetti over to Young. 1 second left, and a shot from Campbell Young knocks a shin guard off of Milani, and that is the end of an action-packed first 45 minutes here tonight. 2-2 the score. Matador Soccer on the Matador Sports Network, brought to you by Chapman Automotive, celebrating their 56th amazing year with more than 25 locations across 2 states, featuring 19 world-class brands. Finding the perfect ride has never been easier, or you can shop their entire inventory online at ChapmanAZ.com. So 2-2 our score. We'll take a timeout. Second half coming up in just a little bit here on the Matador Sports Network.